Hey guys, this is Vlhadus here with Vlhadus Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video from a YouTuber I've actually never seen before. It's my first time ever seen him. His name's Surma. He has 148 subscribers, and he recently, like literally today, I was actually going to do a whole other reaction, but I was being told, I was like, hey, you got to watch this video. So I was like, okay, cool. This change will save Ashes of Creation. It's the name of the title of the video. Okay, so I'm guessing like what's going to change. So we will see, but I am ready for this video. You guys ready? Let's do it.
Are you fed up with the state of MMOs? Are you sick of all the pay-to-win suffocating the player base? And are you expecting Ashes of Creation to completely and totally fulfill all of your hopes and dreams? Well, you've come to the right place.
Dang, already I love this video. Yes, I am totally sick of the pay-to-win. I think everybody is. We can just move right on.
Well, actually, you haven't, because today we are going to be discussing one brain dead system in Ashes that needs fixing. And let me tell you, this is a big flaw. If Ashes gets this one system wrong, the entire Ashes community, and yes, the entire world of Vera is at stake. Now that you understand the importance, pay close attention, please.
Okay. like no offense. Like, okay, like I understand you got to kind of make the video a little vague or whatever, but I don't, to call a system brain dead. I mean, I think a lot of the systems in Ashes of Creation are pretty well thought out. Now, I'm talking more at like at a foundational level. I think, of course, once we get into Alpha 2 and really testing these things ourselves, and it's going to be super multiplicative when you not just have less than 100, people probably internally testing, but you're going to have thousands upon thousands of people, all experiencing this together. I think we're going to have way more feedback to give, but I mean, we'll see what he says.
Ashes of Creation is basically Sword Art Online. Player versus player and guild interactions will be the main driver for content. There are dungeons and world bosses. Killing other innocent players will give you corruption.
Now fight me!
Oh shit, seriously?
Whoopsie daisy. Now you die. You are dead.
Okay, I love, dude, okay. So there's like Team 4-Star, does Dragon Ball Z, they've done Hellsing, they've done a number of things, but there's also a lot of other, I think there was like Tokyo Ghoul in under like 5 minutes, and it was like a parody similar to that. Like, I haven't seen that one, but it really reminded me of that Tokyo Ghoul one, which was so freaking funny. Oh, damn.
Other players, not NPCs, make the best. Role-playing will be a big focus, etc. Honestly, it's going to be awesome, but, and this is a pretty big but, there is one system that makes no sense, and this is the PvP flagging system.
The PvP flagging system makes absolutely no sense. I'll
Quick recap of PvP stages as they exist today. Green means you are a good boy, you are a pacifist, you only kill monsters and collect flowers. Purple means you are fighting other people, but you only kill people who fight back. Red means you are a bad boy.
Run.
You kill other players even when they don't fight back. You are a bad boy. Okay, so why would anyone kill another player? I will answer that.
Why would anyone kill another player? I think there's a lot to that question. I think some people kill just because they want to. I think sometimes in other games they kill because there really aren't enough PvP activities in that game. So if there's any kind of world PvP, that's usually where it ends up becoming. And again, like, I'll probably talk about it a little bit more, but there are tons of PvP activities in Ashes of Creation, like literal tons.
That question with a question. In Classic WoW, why does the Horde camp lobbies in Red Ridge while they are leveling? Or, why was Stranglethorn Vale a bloodbath? Basically, humans are evil. In Classic WoW...
Okay. People did it endlessly, and people camped because there was absolutely no punishment involved. I hope he says that.
There was essentially no reason to kill people in the open world, but it still happened a lot. Right. And I'm not talking about the occasional honor duel between factions. No. I am talking about corpse camping and repeated griefing.
Right.
Here we go. So the beginning of my Red Ridge, I saw a little gnome fishing.
Soda,
and then
really?
I saw another little dwarf fishing, and I killed it. And then I saw some warlock, and I just took a screenshot here. And then I saw some guy over here healing, and I killed him and his friend. And then I saw another guy.
And just imagine if all these times he was getting multiplicative corruption, which by the time he even got to the number 5th person, he had 50% less damage and health. He probably wouldn't have been continued to kill people. And whenever this person died, being corrupted, he actually will drop equipped materials, or equipped gear on his paper doll. I don't think people in World of Warcraft would have been killing people rampantly if that was the case. Just saying.
I killed it, and then a shaman joined up with me, and we killed multiple people. And then I saw all these guys, and I killed them too. And I screenshotted my whole adventure of just running through Red Ridge. And the thing is, like, in that whole little extravaganza, I didn't go out of my way, like, ever. They were just in my path. It was the best thing I've ever gotten to do.
And in Ashes, there's even more of an incentive to kill other players outside of just being pure evil. You get to rip a portion of their hard-earned gatherables and raw materials
from their cold, dead corpse.
You're basically being compensated for killing other players. So, to prevent turning this game into a PvP griefing mess, the Ashes team have implemented corruption as a debuff to punish bad actors.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, corruption does have some bad effects and should disincentivize bad behavior.
Corruption has many bad effects. I think once people really realize how bad corruption is, and again, this is my fear going into Alpha 2, is that alphas have very unnatural gameplay. So people test things in a very unnatural way because they know this isn't my real character. I don't care if I lose gear. So there's probably going to be in Alpha 2 way more open world PvP and ganking and corruption filled players because they don't care. It's not their actual character. I really feel like once we actually get in game, I'm not saying that Ashes is going to be this hand-holdy place, but it's not going to be as rampant as it was in Alpha 2. That I can probably say.
Behavior. For example, a corrupt player will show up on the map for bounty hunters. A
Correct.
Corrupt player may drop their weapons or armor upon death.
Right.
A corrupt player will do less damage and have less HP. A corrupt player will not be able to interact with the main cities for a period
Correct.
of time. However, the way you get corruption is way too narrow, and this is the problem.
Way too narrow.
Let me explain this with an example. Example 1. Let's say I'm being a good boy with a green PvP flag, and while gathering some materials, another player who is also green sees me, and for no apparent reason, she starts attacking me. Okay, so the initial aggressor now turns purple. I, as the innocent bystander, am still green. I have two options. 1, I can fight back, or 2, I can run away or just stand there. If I fight back, then I am also flagged as purple, and we are both free to kill each other, free from any corruption penalties. Essentially, may the best man or woman win. Or if I don't fight back and she kills me, then she turns red and gets corruption. And as a dead green player, I drop a higher percentage of my gatherables. But hold up.
I say, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
When the initial aggressor started attacking me, she was trying to kill me, and if she does kill me, she should get corruption whether or not I tried to defend myself. The act of defending myself does not legitimize the initial aggressor's attempt to kill me. You are trying to tell me that the only way players can get corruption is if I sit there and don't fight back? Bruh. That is not a good choice, nor a good risk or reward system. The choice that yields a risk or reward lies in the initial aggressor's decision to attack an innocent bystander.
Initial aggressors should always get corruption. But how? So in your scenario, if a purple person kills you and you're still green, like, okay, then they become corrupted, which is the way it works anyway. But if you fight back, like, and you kill them, do they become corrupted when you killed them, or do they become corrupted when they res back? I'm kind of trying to follow like where you're going with this.
As a green player, I should not be penalized for trying to defend myself. For example, if someone breaks into my house and tries to accost me, the act of me trying to defend myself does not justify the intruder's behavior. For corruption to appropriately discourage PKing, then corruption attainment needs to have a broader application. Okay, so my friends, what is the fix? How do we make it better?
I'm gonna let him finish because this is a lot, and this is a lot. I'm just trying to...
Easy!
Don't change anything about the flagging system.
Got him!
Except for one thing. When I, as the innocent bystander, defend myself against an initial aggressor, but only against the specific initial aggressor, then I, as the defender, stay green. This means that if the initial aggressor wins the fight, she turns red regardless of whether I choose to defend myself or not. But if I, as the innocent defender, win the fight, then I become purple for an allotted period of time. This way, corruption will be correctly applied.
Wait a minute. So you want them to turn from green to purple, and then while you're fighting them, they then turn corrupted before they die? I'm really not following you, man. Like, and honestly, like, and this is my issue with everything being on paper. And I love the illustrations, man. Surma, great job with these illustrations. They're funny, they're great. But how does that work practically? Like, at what point would he be turning corrupted? Would it be under like 20% health? I mean, what if he can heal? Is it a duration? I don't know. And I guess I understand your point. You know what I mean? But you basically don't want to be turned purple. But why? Turning purple actually makes you drop less materials, which is, I guess, the crux of the original argument, is that you get more penalized. Like, you're not as penalized once you're purple. So, like, thinking you're turning green, you just want people to be corrupted, I'm guessing. I don't know, man. I kind of don't agree. But again, like, that's why I need to see this system for myself. Like, I actually want to experience the system as is, go into Alpha 2 with how the corruption system and flagging works as is, and then sort of leaving feedback on there. And again, this is also the problem, because we haven't, actually seen like the actual corruption system as follows, because even in Alpha 1, they did turn on PvP, but it was very limited, and then they ended up shutting it off within like a day or so. So we really haven't gotten actual like testing of the flagging system and the corruption system and all the different penalties that you get with being corrupted. So I don't know, man. It's really hard for me to agree. Even though I understand where you're coming from, I think I'll just let you finish.
Bad apples, whether or not the victim chooses to defend himself, and I won't be de-incentivized for defending myself. By changing the PvP flagging system in this way, the reward associated with attacking another green player by removing them and stealing their gatherables will always be accompanied by the cost of corruption. Don't get me wrong, there will still be plenty of open world PvP that will yield no corruption. For example, with caravans, which are essentially designated world PvP zones, guild wars, and node wars through the citizenship systems, etc.
Yeah, castle sieges as well. There's also going to be battlegrounds that are going to be spawned on the map, similar to like Terran Mill versus South Shore. There's going to be hotspots that are going to be available for you to do PvP. There's also going to be arenas. There's going to be dueling. There's going to be multiple things for people to do to engage in PvP with absolutely no penalties. So again, I think the main reason why a lot of other MMOs suffer with this world flagging or the world PvP spawn camping things is because there's not that much PvP outside of arena and battlegrounds. That's it. That's all you can do. So of course people are going to go out to the world and have these grand scale PvPs. But with all of these different systems at your disposal, I really don't think that it's going to be as rampant as you think it is. I really do think once people really discover how corruption works and how bad that system is, it's really going to be bad for people. And I don't think there's not going to be a lot of people willingly wanting to do that on an everyday basis.
Corruption should always be applied to open world griefing. If the current system is left unfixed, open world griefing will run rampant and corruption will rarely be applied. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace!
Surma, I really liked your video. I think your video was really good. It's basically I don't know. It's just something I don't know if I agree with on the premise. Like again, I would always try to advocate for PvEers in the sense of not being disturbed and wanting to feel a little bit better when it comes to like the PvE players. But again, I don't think the PvP is gonna be as bad as like it's like, oh, this is such a huge flaw like in the system. It's really not. Like I don't see it as bad as you do. But hey, let me know your thoughts, guys. I mean, do you agree with Surma on this? Again, I liked his video. I think his video is really good. I'm definitely gonna sub to him. So if you guys liked this video or you want to see more from him, I believe he does have more videos for Ashes of Creation. Again, I just want to highlight other Ashes of Creation content creators and be able to like see their videos, leave my opinions on them, see what it's all about like that, so you guys can check them out as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Follow me for more Ashes of Creation content, especially my reaction/opinion for Fridays. This is going to be today's. My name is Vlhadus, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.